GYMetrix has now measured equipment usage with sensors for over 6.5 million hours and conducted more than 40,000 face-to-face surveys. This data has been analyzed with the most advanced software, and we are sharing this information with you.
Hello, my name is Rory, and today we're introducing a new metric into the fitness industry, the cost per hour used for gym equipment. Many operators spend a lot of money on gym equipment. It's one of the biggest costs in your business, and yet there is no way of benchmarking how well this money has been spent. The process is, once every 5 years, an operator spends a lot of money on the equipment, and then for the next 5 years, they sit with their depreciation cost sitting on their P&L every month. Till now, this cost has just been a huge black hole in the P&L, with no measure of how efficiently the operator has spent the equipment to cater for customers' demand for the equipment. Many operators are patting themselves on the back for a job well done, but in actual fact, when we start to measure how efficiently they have allocated their capital, they have not done a very good job, and in actual fact, could be a lot more profitable. Simply, the reason operators buy equipment is for their customers to use it. Now, GYMetrix is measuring how much the customers are using it in hours. So what we're doing is we're dividing the cost of the equipment by the hours used to get to the cost per hour used. To work out the cost per hour used, we need three important figures. We need the list price of the piece of equipment, we need how much of that equipment has been bought by the operator, and we divide that by how many hours it's been used by the customers. So if we look at benches and cross trainers in this example, although the list price that we're using for a cross trainer is approximately 10 times greater than that of a bench, we're saying £5,000 for a cross trainer, £500 for a bench. When we look at the cost per hour used, we can see that a cross trainer is now 17 times higher than a bench. And this is because benches are used by customers more relative to their supply than cross trainers. The GYMetrix curve that we introduced in the last video blog helps to explain this. In the beginning, as an operator is adding more of that equipment type, but customers' demand is increasing proportionately, the average cost per hour used will remain constant. This is because if the operator doubles the amount of that equipment type, but customer demand also doubles, then the average cost per hour used will remain the same. This carries on until the second point on the curve, at which point diminishing returns kick in. At this point now, the average cost per hour used starts to rise. This is because if an operator doubles the amount of equipment, although customer demand will increase, it doesn't increase as much as doubling. So in this instance, the average cost per hour used is starting to rise until the point at which all of the customer's demand has been met. At this point, the average cost per hour used starts to rise very sharply. This is because as the operator adds another one of that equipment type and then another, the problem is customer demand is not changing. Customer demand is constant. So in this instance, the average cost per hour used is rising sharply. Many operators continue buying equipment on this part of the curve because they don't know what customers' demand levels are for the equipment, and this is making them significantly less profitable. The goal, however, is not to get the cost per hour used as low as possible, because undoubtedly this would mean a poor level of service for customers using the gym. The trick is to walk the fine line between not having too little equipment, which is bad customer service, nor having too much, which reduces profitability. In order to do this, operators need to understand what the different levels of customer demand are for the different equipment types. I hope you have found this interesting and informative. Thank you.